Hey traders, in this video I will show you guys how I made $10,000 in 1 hour by day trading options in the stock market. I will show you the stocks I traded, the technicals, entries, exits, and the most important thing, I decided to size up on this day. And this is one of the most common questions I get. Hey Jay, how do you know when to size up? So in this video I will show you exactly how and when do I size up. So make sure that you guys watch this video till the end because this video is going to be very helpful for your day trading journey. On this day, I took 4 trades in total. My first 2 trades were on Tesla and that was from our game plan. I post my daily game plan on our Discord group. So if you guys want to be part of our Discord group, the link will be in the description box below. Let's look at the technicals of Tesla and why I decided to size up on this trade. I have 2 criterias on the basis of which I decide to size up or not. The first criteria is that if I'm red or green for the month. Most of the traders, they decide to size up when they are red so that they can make all the money back and then some more. But every trade is a risk to reward. If you are already red and you take big size, you can go in a deeper hole. August has been good month for me. That's why I decided to size up on this trade, and that is the first criteria. The second criteria is based on the technicals. If the stock I am trading is making a pattern or it's holding a resistance or a support on higher time frames, I don't decide to size up if Tesla is just making another level on the 5 minutes chart. I want to see a clear breakout of a triangle, of a flag or a pennant based on the higher time frames. At least I go for is the 1 hour and the 1 day chart. Let's break down the second criteria a bit further by taking an example of Tesla. Tesla has been making this green triangle on the 1 day chart, so that is pretty much obvious on Tesla. And if we zoom in and look what Tesla has been doing, it went under $700 level briefly, so people tried shorting it. So that's why you have to always keep in mind the emotions of the traders who are trading a stock. It went under 670, 660 level and it briefly went under $650 level. So a lot of short sellers, because not everyone is long biased, people short stocks as well. A lot of short sellers, they went short at the break of $700 level and the $650 level, but they got stopped out. You guys can see we had big green candle on high volume. And then after a while, it pushed above $700 level. So this is a good technical level breakout. Since then, it made a bull flag on the 1 day chart. It had a bullish move towards the upside and it's making a flag pattern. On the higher time frames, it's also making a bull flag. It stopped the short sellers out because short people who are shorting it, they will need to cover. That creates more buying momentum. And the third reason is that it's also making a triangle on the higher time frames. Now you guys know the reason for me to size up on this trade. Let's now look at the technicals and the levels I was looking at on Tesla for me to take this trade. I will zoom in a bit, and Tesla closed around $711 level on Friday last week. I was looking at the break of $715 to $717 level because that will be the break of the bull flag on the 1 day chart. The next levels, if it breaks 717 towards the upside, I had 725 level, which was the high of this day around, that is 2nd of August. If it breaks 725 as well with volume, my ultimate profit target on Tesla was the break of $730 level, which was the high of 13th of August 2021. This is the recording of my first trade on Tesla right at the open. If you're trading the open, you have to focus on level 2 and time and sales. There's no other way to go about it because you don't have a chart, you don't have a clear uptrend or downtrend. That's what I was looking at, a reason for me to enter this trade based on level 2 and time and sales. We had a small dip on Tesla, but the good thing is that we are looking at a lot of green on the time and sales, and there's a big buyer at 713 and 713.01. That's why when I saw that, a big buyer trying to hold $713 level, and we are looking at a lot of green on the time and sales, I got filled 10 contracts. I'm trading 720 calls, same week expiry. I got filled at a premium price of 9.22 on those contracts. And sure enough, when I saw this clean break towards the upside, I got filled another 10 contracts. So I'm adding to my position because this is a very good critical level breakout based on the higher time frames. I'm green for the month. That's why I added to my position. I added 10 more contracts. On those contracts, my fill price was 10.70. So in total, I'm holding 20 contracts. I will show you guys my exits on a screenshot because it's going to be hard for you guys to understand if I just show the recording because I have quite a few add-ins and exits on this trade. After my initial entry, you guys know I added to my position. In total, I had 20 contracts. On the next push up towards the upside, it made a quick flag pattern on the 1 minute chart. The red had very low volume. So this is a really good flag pattern. Ideally, if you're trading a bull flag, you want the volume to be low on the flag. It made a quick bull flag on the 1 minute chart. On the push up, I exited 5 contracts. On the break of high of the day, I exited 5 more contracts. If Tesla makes such a huge move up, that is approximately $8 to $9 move in my favor, I covered another 5 contracts at a premium price of 13.62. Now at the end, I'm just holding 5 contracts to see if it can break 725 after making a flag and push towards the upside. As per my plan, Tesla found support at the 9 EMA on the 1 minute chart. At the break of 725 critical resistance that I showed you guys on the 1-day chart, I added to my position. I added 15 more contracts at a premium price of 14.70. I'm increasing my size on it because I'm already up like $5,000 on this trade. I was accepting that if I lose $2,000, it will be still a good trade. On my add-ins, I pretty much got out break even. So this is supposed to be 15, not 10. This is a typing error on my end. For me, what add-in means is that I'm trying to increase my profits. I won't let the add-ins go against me. If I see any sort of rejections at 725, I will exit my add-in position. That's exactly what I did, because if I would have held on to my add-in position, it would have ruined my whole trade. I see a lot of new traders, they add into their position, but then they let that position go negative on them and then they ruin their whole trade. What add-in means is that you guys are trying to maximize your profits, not ruin your whole trade. So always, if you add into your position, don't let those contracts go negative on you, because there's no point ruining your initial position that you got a really good entry on. After exiting my add-in position, I was still left with 4 contracts that I got in right at the open. On those contracts, at the break of the VWAP, I covered the remaining 4 contracts at a price of 11.62. Overall, making $5,700 on this trade within the first 15 minutes of market open, which is the crazy thing about the stock market. That was the end of my first trade. I consider add-ins to be part of my initial trade, so in total that was only 1 trade. My second trade on Tesla was on the pullback. I was expecting Tesla to make a flag pattern here with $720 level as support, because that is a very good psychological level on Tesla. It held that level one time. On the second test of $720 level, I got filled 10 contracts at a price of 8.83. I'm trading 725 calls now, not trading 720 calls like I did earlier, because I'm already green for the day. I don't want to risk a lot of profits on this trade. My plan on this trade was to add on to my position at the break of the flag. On this trade, I was slightly up. I was up around $600-700 on this trade. On this one candle, the premiums went from 8.83 to 9.40, but I was expecting the break of the flag. But on the next 2 candles, when it pushed under $720 level towards the downside, I covered my whole position, pretty much break even, losing $100 on this trade. My third trade of the day was on Amazon. Let's look at the technicals of Amazon. Ignore this day because that is 31st of August, the next day. The trade I took was on 30th of August. If you look at Amazon, it has a huge gap to fill on the 1-day chart, because after earnings it had in July, it gapped down. And towards the upside, the gap fill starts at $33.92 to $33.93 level on the 1-day chart. So my levels on Amazon were to catch the break of $3,400 level, because that is a very critical level on Amazon. If you have traded Amazon, these 3350, 3400, 3430, 3450, these levels act as a very good psychological support and resistance on Amazon. As you guys know, I wanted to take Amazon for the break of $3,400 level, but it was a bit too extended for me, because on the 1-minute chart, it gave us 6-7 green candles. I waited for a pullback. On the pullback and the hold of $33.93 level on the level 2 and diamond sales, I got filled 5 contracts at a premium price of 26.15. What I mean by hold is that whenever Amazon dipped under $33.94 level, not a lot of orders were going through on the time and sales and the level 2. So I wanted to enter on the pullback with a really tight stop loss. My stop loss on this trade was the break of $33.93 towards the downside. If you guys want to learn more about level 2 and reading the tape, we had 2 really good webinars that are posted in our Discord community. The link will be in the description box below. You guys will see that I had a really good entry on this trade. I couldn't have asked for a better entry, because when I entered, we straight saw a push towards the upside. If I forgot to mention, I'm trading 3400 calls, same week expiry contracts. I got filled at 26.15 and the premiums are already up at 28.15. Here are my exits on Amazon. At the break of 3400 and before the break of 3405, I covered 2 contracts at a price of 30.34. At the break of 3405, I covered another contract at 31.80. At the test of 3407, 3408, I covered another contract at a price of 32.85. I was just left with one contract, and for that one contract, my stop loss was the break of 9 a.m. towards the downside. But as soon as Amazon broke 34.10, we saw a crazy rally towards the upside. So I just put my stop loss that if Amazon makes a new 1 minute low, I will exit my position. On this candle, Amazon made a new 1 minute low. I covered my last contract at a fill price of 48.40, which was a crazy trade on Amazon. In total, I made around $4,300 on this trade. Yes, in hindsight, I would have made $12,000 to $15,000 if I would have held on my whole position to catch the top of the market. But you guys know you can't ever catch the bottom and the top of the stock market. And Amazon also has a tendency to push towards the downside as well. It will keep pushing towards the upside, but it will give one big red candle against you and your premiums are gonna get crushed. So you can't trade the hindsight. You can only trade your plan. If you have been trading for a while, you guys know stock market is not supposed to make sense. What is supposed to make sense is your strategy and your trading plan. I stuck to my plan. I'm happy about it. I'm also happy about that I held on to my one contract, which was a really good move in my favor. My fourth and the last trade of the day was on AFRM. So AFRM had a news last week on Friday after market close that they are partnering with Amazon to provide buy now, pay later service at the checkout, which is a huge news for AFRM. We can see the reaction of this news. AFRM was gapping up around 45-50% for the day. So that is a huge gap up on AFRM. I was looking at AFRM to trade the break of $100 level, but the downside on AFRM is that it was not having weekly options. The earliest option I could go for was September 17, that is 3-week out expiry. Before the break of $100 level, I got filled 20 contracts and my fill price was 9.89. Just before the break of 101, I took 10 out at a price of 10.20. So you guys can see that the premiums are not moving a lot in my favor because these are 3 weeks out expiry. When it made a new 1 minute low here, when it failed to hold 100.25 level towards the downside, I covered the remaining 10 contracts pretty much break even, overall making $200 on this trade. And let's now look at my P&L for the day. Here's the P&L for you guys just to verify that these are all the trades I took. In total, ending the day with $10,000 in the green. Most of my profits were within the first 1 hour of market open. AFRM was just a quick profit that was later in the afternoon, but I would just consider that I made $10,000 within the first 1 hour of market open. Hopefully you like this video because I get these questions a lot. When do you decide to size up? How do you size up? So I try to answer those questions in this video. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up because it helps out the channel a lot. It also helps me in knowing that you guys are liking these videos and I should keep making them. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me there because I post a lot of good day trading content, including my P&L every other day on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.